think when I was like maybe 9 years old, I went into the attic of my parents' house, my house at the time, and I found my dad's guitar from when he was in college. And I remember pulling it out. It was an Ovation guitar. It had like this rounded back on it, kind of guitar that it was very short-lived kind of construction of guitars. But I was just starting to get more into music at that time, and like through skateboarding had kind of found like a lot of punk music and stuff like that. So I just kind of pulled it out and started playing it. He was very upset with me when he found out that I took his guitar, even though he hadn't touched it in years. It was like dusty and shit. So singing was a little bit more difficult for me. I remember like I was really nervous about singing. I played in a couple bands, played guitar, and they would always try to get me to sing backup vocals, and I was always very nervous about it, like very uncomfortable about being on stage and singing because I didn't have much self-confidence with my singing voice. And at some point I started to write songs, probably when I was like around like 15 or 16 years old, and it took me probably about 3 or 4 years to have the courage to play them for anyone. But I moved to New York City, and in New York there was like a kind of circuit of open mics and things like that, and I thought that it would be a good opportunity to go to these places as a complete unknown stranger to everybody, and maybe I would be able to get over my nerves by playing songs at these open mics, these people. And I remember being like, okay, I can do this. I can definitely do this.
My ideas like spinning wheels, I don't know where they end. Spend most of my life moving and trading all my friends. And I lost myself to something, but I don't remember when. In the new morning light, I found an old way to live. This ghost town kid, the home I built, I was destined to destroy. All the girls' faces that line my bed are thoughts from foreign shores. And this dancer that I know, she said she'd always keep me close. So I call on her from time to time when I'm scared and I'm alone. And I cover my eyes to the living we're fed. Found alternative sides to the things that were said. My ideas like spinning wheels, I don't know where they end. Spend most of my life moving and trading all my friends. And I lost myself to something, but I don't remember when. In the new morning light, I found an old way to live. And I cover my eyes the living were fed. Found alternative sides to the things that were said. With prescription pills on mere surfaces. In the cover of night I found my own way to live. And the war that they crave, it's about to exist. Where compassion retreats and the death toll persists. So I'll call her tonight just to be comforted. Even if it's false, it's what I want. I just want this to end.